Ultimately, when we analyze this tale of Antigone written by Sophocles, which is a classic text uh, which was originally written in Greek language, we find that this is a story of defiance of a courageous young woman who stands for her own principles and does what she believes is right in the face of, uh, we can say, uh, civil law of her country. She stands against the law or order of the king alone to do what she thought was right, out of love for her brother. What she thought would be the best thing to do, she does that. So Antigone acts in defiance against Creon, who was her own uncle and also would be father in law, and also the king who had taken care of them. So, all this was there. In spite of that, she raised her voice against an older man who was more powerful in position and also was more aged. So, all this was done by a young woman for what she considered as her principles. Lot of questions are asked on this fact, that was Creon responsible for his downfall, or was the character of Creon upright? What was the character of Creon? Was he greedy? Was there excessive pride in his character? So, for all these questions, we have to reply that there is a tragic flaw according to the Greek system of tragedy, as Aristotle has also stated, that there should be essentially one tragic flaw in otherwise a good character, which would bring about his downfall, so that so that this tragedy could be constructed as a play. And otherwise Creon was a good person, but he there was a tragic flaw in him, and that flaw was that he felt that men are superior to women. And even when he realized that he was wrong and he should not have taken such kind of a decision, he did not want to kneel before a woman. He did not want to come down, or he did not want to succumb or bow down to a woman, to a woman's will. This was a kind of jolt to his ego, and that is why this was the tragic flaw that Creon had. But Antigone also underwent some kind of tragedy, and her tragedy was her tragic flaw was that she was uh, too defiant. She did not want to be polite. She was too fixed on what she thought was right. She could have pleaded, she could have acted in a softer manner rather than um getting rebellious straight away. This was Antigone's flaw. So Creon and Antigone both are uh, uh, tragic um, protagonists of this play. They both have tragic flaws. Uh, Antigone is obstinate towards the ideal of loyalty, and this aggressive nature or excessive pride and her unwillingness to allow the law to take its own course is Antigone's uh, tragic flaw that brings about her downfall, which is also called hubris. In hubris is excessive pride, and the tragic flaw is called hamartia. There is a contrast drawn between Ismene and Antigone also. Ismene is feministic, she is passive, she acts like a foil character to Antigone. She has got all those qualities that Antigone lack, and Antigone has got all those qualities that Ismene lacks. So if there is any question which is asked about a comparison of the characters of two sisters, that then you can also write about all these characters, that they are both sisters, but Ismene is more passive, and she is girl kind, and she does not want to take the law in her own hands, and she would accept whatever destiny she has been destined to, and all those things. There is a ready-made answer in the documents. You will find that, and you can frame your answer according to that. Then the question of Haman and his character, or how important he is to the plot of the play, that could also be asked, and you will have to write about Haman, how he was as a son, how he was as a lover, as a fiance, how he did his duty, and what all he did, and how his decision brought about the tragedy of Creon. Then a general question about how women are portrayed in the play, or what was their place in the ancient Greek society, and how people saw them in the society. All these questions